There we go.
Hey everyone, this is the events planning meeting for C4C, September 5th, 2022. Hello and welcome. You're in the right spot. And I'm sharing the agenda, and we're just going to run through the agenda quickly, if that's all right. And if anyone has anything to add, I posted the link in the chat. And I know that Dan has a bit of a presentation later on, but we'll see that in the agenda. As far as just in general, we shouldn't go more than an hour. And the main things in the events planning, as you know, as we plan the events for the C4C. That includes the monthly events that we do monthly and the weekly general membership meetup group, which happens on Wednesday. Some of the themes and topics that we're going over are bounties and getting tasks and roles together for doing these events. Summarizing the mini Impact Fest, which is our last monthly event. One thing that we are in the events category that we're going through is the Cardano Summit, which is coming up in November. Also, we have sort of a month-long theme of the C4C birthday. And these were the things that we talked about last week in this meeting. So that's kind of a review of last agenda. But this agenda, I'm just sort of scanning through. We're going to talk about documentation, and accounting, record keeping. Dan has something to share for us that says ad hoc proposals with the Hard Fork Cafe. It's a D-work experiment. And then we should try to plan up next Wednesday's meetup. Does anybody have questions about that or anything to add? There's Dan. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan. So we don't have anything about the Global Summit for this week. So we're not touching base on that.
I just worked on an email that sort of frames out the collaboration. Basically a review of the meeting that we had with Dr. M wasn't last Friday, but the Friday before last, maybe, or last week sometime.
Yeah, it was, I mean, 1 week ago, but
yeah,
1.5.
Oh, I guess it was. Yeah, it was the 26th of August. I could share that. Oh, actually, we could put this in the agenda if anybody. There is a folder in our Google Drive with a bunch of information that if you've got things and ideas about the Cardano Summit. And basically, to summarize, what we want to do is there is a community stage at the Cardano Summit, or they did last year. They had this community stage, and we really want to, we just want to be represented there and present ourselves as some people, to help present ourselves to the organizers to help them, organize and present the summit, coming from an impact, social and environmental impact related area.
You mean about the physical one meeting or the one that is all over? I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, that is a difference. So there will be an online event and the physical event. We basically, and one of the things we talked about in the meeting was just like, this is what we want to do. Basically, promote projects and communities and people involved with impact, and et cetera, and then allow them to sort of choose how that we do that. and then to come up with some sort of concrete ideas to kind of get the ball rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, I think where we can help is connecting them and giving them a fair shot at Catalyst.
Yeah, yeah. The basic mission of C4C is onboarding folks, educating, connecting and collaborating, and then doing actions, towards environmental social impacts in their community worldwide.
One interesting thing is that we have a mini event that I think I mentioned it several times. It's called Building Bridges. I don't know. So there's a mini event happening in Geneva on the 3rd to 5th of October. And Cardano Foundation, through the community, actually managed to gather a spot, and we have a session there about Cardano. And there's going to and a lot of companies that already kind of on the Cardano ecosystem is there, like Sept and Goodwall and Accelerate 2030, like impact-related companies already going to be there. So I'm just mentioning it because it kind of can be also a pre-preparation for the Global Summit somehow. Yeah, just for info, and if we can connect between the two. Maybe if we can make a promo for there and show how many impact-related people from the Cardano ecosystem were there, we can then push it for the one in November, or I don't know, just giving an idea for everyone. If it makes sense. And just informing also about this conference is going to be, and Cardano is going to have their 2-hour session within the conference. And the Cardano Foundation is very active on that one.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
any other updates from the gang? Harry, is that
I think another thing, we open a doc somewhere where people can put ideas, right, Newman?
That's right. That's in that folder. There's a few documents in that folder that I shared in the and so if you want to just see how the planning is coming, that's where Cardano's Summit info is.
Oh, if you want to come in and write your ideas, and even if it's crazy or if it's whatever, just put your idea there and let's discuss it. Let's go through that. Maybe we can define that next week we go through the different ideas, and on Wednesday we tell people if they have ideas, just put it there.
Yeah.
And then the next week we discuss them.
So let's put that on the make sure that let's make sure that on Wednesday we make sure folks understand that we're building up to doing something big, something summit, nice at the summit, and that this is an avenue that can help focus our attention, and because we could conceivably reach a wider audience there. And we're just sort of like looking, it's like, what do we need? They have a stage and an audience. It's a way to connect and collaborate further.
Yeah. You wanna?
I wonder.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't mean to sidetrack, but I wonder where the summit will lie in the Catalyst schedule, where I guess we're sort of in a holding pattern until we don't know exactly when they're going to start up again. But
no, I think the next fund will start probably early October, my assumption. Yeah. Which means that 6 weeks, probably mid-November, we are kind of coming to the CA part, the PA part already, right?
Yeah.
So the conference already will be when we start the PA. That's my estimation.
Okay.
All right. Do we want to go to the agenda?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start up.
I think we can, I don't know, we can ignore the first two topics. Or does anyone know what Melanie wanted to talk about here?
I can share this in the chat so folks that aren't following along on the agenda. But basically I think the intention is a directory to organize the recordings, recognize work, record bounties, and track useful videos for marketing and reporting. It's kind of like just a document. It falls under the documentation category. And you can take a look through this documentation sheet. Oh yeah, there you go. Do a little. I like the idea and roles and beneficial to the bigger organization. I think if we make that clear and it's just sort of an easy way to participate, then it's an easy way for us to, work together, work in collaboration, and get people involved and feeling good about doing impact work.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last minute or so because my computer was lagging while sharing the screen.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But I will watch it later on, so go ahead.
All right. No worries, no worries. Yeah, I like the idea that we're going in to kind of clarify, make easy participation. Communities can grow if they have like participation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, going through the different roles, and yeah, that's what this first part of the agenda is. Is about record keeping and keeping track of time. D work and the little fish both sort of have models based around this, and it really is about the community collaboration, like how to be in a community in this decentralized way and work together. Yeah, and it requires